and I want to talk about ways we dehumanize other people and ourselves. Excuse me. What I mean by dehumanize is have some sort of thinking that they are different than just another person, or that we ought to be different than just another person. And I think the way that we dehumanize folks on social media is we will project onto their presentation over social media that the human being who's picking and choosing and editing and carefully orchestrating this whole thing is somehow as perfect as that presentation. And so we'll imagine that they don't have bad days, that they don't have judgments, that they don't have tensions in their relationships, that that it's as flawless and perfect as the presentation. Um, and we'll just kind of confuse a social media presentation with what the human being's like. Um, so we think that if we were as successful as as they appear to be, then we would be able to transcend ever having bad days. That all of our problems would dissolve and melt away. Um, and that as long as we're not as successful as they are, we're stuck with these problems, these tensions, these insecurities, uh, these ways of getting ourselves stuck. And I think we dehumanize ourselves in expecting to be masters of outcome and even masters of process. So like it first struck me that I'm not as free as I appear to be when someone noticed and pointed out to me that, well, there's a lot of people in this world who know they should quit smoking. They even say they want to quit smoking, and yet they can't just not pull a cigarette to their face. I went, wow, huh, how much control do I have? And then I started seeing in my life all these things that I thought I should do, thought I shouldn't be, thought I should, etc., 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 and just went, oh my God, I just, I get thoughts and they look real and I live my life. And some of those thoughts are judgments about how things should be, um, or how I should be. And even those I don't seem to control popping up. And it's a good opportunity to feel less than when I'm unable to to just diligently follow all the shoulds I think I should be. There's a lot of beauty and a lot of peace to me in looking at the ways we're the same, the way we're the same. We're we're alive. We have experience, right? And stop imagining or stop believing the thoughts that create this notion that we're all so different. The way that we're different is we have different thoughts, like we have unique thoughts. Um, but everyone has good days and bad days and ups and downs and moods and tensions and desires and bliss and confusions and insecurities. And if you're able to set set aside your own thinking for a moment, so you stop listening to the story you're telling yourself about life and actually just be with somebody it's like listening to yourself. It's like it's like listening to a being trying to make their way through life. And it can be tricky. Like we have this torrent of thought that just keeps going, and we think we're listening to the other person, but it's just a series of judgments, um, and stories we tell ourselves, and what we want to say in response and all that sort of thing. But if you're able to just take that person as your attention and forget everything you think you know about them, forget everything you think you know about yourself, about everything, and listen to them, the gap between what I'm like and what you're like closes really fast.